That's not bad, though.
Mm-mm.
It's got to go. Which way? How's that?
Shift is out of the screen a little bit, the top part. That was the height.
How's that?
A little bit more. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That's not good. Try this. See how this turns out for us. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're working on it. We have a little bit better setup now.
Are we out of jail? Facebook jail yet?
No, we are not out
Oh,
of
we're
Facebook.
not.
No, it'll be this time next month.
Don't they give us don't they give you that cashless bail thing like most of the woke cities have?
No.
Oh,
They talk a lot about it, but when it comes to them, no, they're very strict. But it's okay. It's okay. I figure if I'm going to be in Facebook jail, I'm going to use my time to get a GED, study the Bible, make some toilet wine.
okay.
Your standard jail stuff.
Okay, I got you.
So, oh boy, there is obviously a lot in the news. There's some funny stuff, honestly, in the news. One of the things that kind of cracked me up. So there's a lady in Oregon who DoorDashes. She DoorDashes a bunch of bananas in a pan. Right? She's clearly going to make banana bread. So the DoorDasher, when he brings it, and I'm sure everybody by now knows what DoorDash is, where you just order the food, they'll grocery shop for you, they bring it right to your porch. So anyway, so the DoorDasher says, I got you 2 pans. I stole one for you. Right? Now, obviously, if the lady was honest, she could have taken a pan back. There's a lot of things she could have done. But what did she do? She posted it on social media and busted the poor guy. He just wanted her to make him some banana bread.
Oh my God.
So super Karen there, I got to tell you.
You know, I got a question for you. And when it comes to medical stuff, you seem to have a little bit of a background in that. So I got this question. A lot of late night TV, they're talking about doing this and that to help yourself in the manhood area.
Okay.
And so I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I should try that. But the Vaseline and the Morton salt deal, I don't
know what you're talking about.
Should I get away from that or?
Oh,
that's stupid. I'm glad you got to try that out. I've been waiting for our show to have the sound effects.
This was never supposed to happen in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Of all the people you could have been on the radio with.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Anyway, talk about something because now you've got me all. I'm going to say something stupid here.
Well, okay, I'll tell you this. There are some warning signs that have been reported with J.D. Vance and his wife, and I don't like to be the one to start a rumor, but I don't quite get that. They've been like college sweethearts and all the way through, and they've got beautiful children. I hope it's just fake news.
Well, here's the thing. It is fake news, and how this started is a rumor got started that J.D. Vance is having an affair with Erica Kirk.
Oh my God.
It's nonsense. It's stupid. It was the way she hugged him at the funeral, but then she hugged Trump the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of a weird hugger. It's very intimate for just a platonic hug.
Yeah.
But that's just how she does it. So that's probably absolutely complete nonsense. But I will tell you this, being the vice president's wife has to be stressful, especially when the president is Donald Trump.
you might be right about that.
Well, yeah, because it's just nonstop torture at all times from half of the public. So
wow.
That would be an absolute mess. Do you have any car news?
I do.
What do you got?
I do. Not too long ago, the plant that produces aluminum for Ford, Nissan, and a couple other people, I think Stellantis as well, it caught on fire. So they were hoping to get the contractors and builders and stuff out there and get that thing going again. But guess what? They had another fire. So
what? They had two fires?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
That doesn't sound
legitimate
to me.
I'm not the reporter. I'm just the reader. But a fire at the aluminum plant in Oswego, New York, it disrupted Ford's productions, and they expected to resume production December of 2025. But we'll have to see what happens. Maybe it's a small one. I don't know. But it sure threw. They supply almost 40% of the aluminum sheet used by U.S. Automotive industry. The Ford's popular F-150 pickup, and like I said, some of the other manufacturers. So I'll try to find out some more about it.
Yeah, but I mean, how is there two fires like that? It just seems
I don't
ominous.
know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I don't know.
It just seems a little weird to me. But anyway, I mean, I guess it is.
I got to tell. How much time do I got?
Oh, you've got time.
Okay, so you know how I do a lot of the shopping for the family.
Sure.
I mean, I just always have. I'm known in every grocery store. I know the people by first name now.
Yeah.
But the other day, my wife decided to go to the grocery store with me, and I don't know where she wandered off to. So I thought, God, I don't want to embarrass myself and have her pay. So I found this beautiful, attractive lady over in the produce area, and she said, "Sir, are you okay?" I said, "Yeah. Would you mind standing here and talking to me for a few minutes? Because I know as soon as a beautiful lady talks to me, my wife will show up."
Okay.
This was never supposed to happen in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know who this woman is.
I love this new system.
Yeah.
And I'm just raring to go. Yeah. I got more in me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell because you're spiking my meters over here. And then I turn it down, and then you're too quiet, and then you yell again. So that's a lot of fun.
Sorry. That's stupid.
There we go. I've got more, but we'll save those. We'll save those for later.
Oh gosh.
So the weather's finally supposed to turn next week. I'm excited about that. I don't think we're going to get any snow here, but the middle of the state and eastward's probably going to get a couple inches of snow.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Well, don't you think we're kind of overdue? Don't you think?
Well, it depends. I mean, a couple of years ago, we got snow, it melted. We got snow, it melted, and then we didn't get snow until Christmas Eve. It was close to not having a white Christmas. Now, this year, I'm hoping we'll do a little better than that. But there are some years by the 1st of October, it's permafrost here. So it really depends. But I'd like to see the weather turn. We need snow. We need the standard stuff. Okay, it's that time of year. We've got to have the lakes and rivers freeze so people have something to do on the weekends. They can go ice fishing.
Yes.
Because deer hunting's now, but that's going to be over soon.
I guess the deer, I guess the deer population is off this year. So we'll have to see what happens there. But man, what was it last year? The pheasants were everywhere. Oh, I mean, it was like a record year.
2 years ago when I lived in Epping, they were like rats. They were, you spent your whole time just slamming on the brakes, dodging pheasant, trying to get to work. It was incredible. Now there's been 4 moose sightings in town in the past just few days.
Crazy.
So, and then of course, this is funny. The police put out a statement on Facebook. Okay, I've got to do it.
That's stupid.
Well, because here's why. What they did was they put out a statement saying that don't feed the moose. Essentially, if you see a moose, don't approach it.
Well, you got to remember, we might have people from California here.
Come on. Who is dumb enough? Who's really dumb enough to walk up to a wild moose? Do you know what would happen to you?
Well, I remember an old saying when I was younger: antlers in the treetops by who goose the moose.
Oh, that is.
Are you going to push one of those buttons? Come on, you got to. I threw it out there so you could.
Okay.
Suck.
Okay. Hold on. I'll try it again.
Okay.
White people legitimately suck.
There we go. Wow.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. You were talking about feeding the moose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Don't feed the moose, and don't approach the moose, and don't spook the moose. It's a moose.
But how about
go away from it?
In Yellowstone, the people trying to pet a bison?
Well, yeah, and look what happened.
I know.
Okay, we got to take a break. When we come back, I've got some other news. I don't know what it is right now.
Who goosed the moose?
KTGO 1090 92.7. The Flag. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I have to level this because. Go export audio. Okay. All righty. This chair's starting to squeak.
Mm-hmm.
I got some stuff in the car. I should fix it, but I can't now. Okay. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. One second here. Nope, not that. How about... Okay, we're back again. I'm kind of playing with the new system here, so we started out with a little bit of bad music, but I'll shut her down. So I got it. There's one thing I want to talk about, Drew, and this is really, really petty. So Dick Cheney's funeral.
I know.
Donald Trump and J.D. Vance were essentially uninvited.
Correct.
Yeah, because if you don't get a formal invite, you don't go. So that's, to me, that's kind of crazy. I mean, why would you do that?
I don't care for that. You know, there ought to be something in the political atmosphere that says, you know, to pay respect, whether you agreed or disagreed. I didn't care for that. So
White people legitimately suck.
Yeah. Well, except for, it was Obama, and well, it wasn't just Obama. It was Joe Biden and the crew. But anyway, I found that to be in poor taste. So there you go. Anyway, what do you got going over there?
Well, WTI, and for you folks that are new to the area, West Texas Intermediate oil prices per barrel. Now, our oil here is usually priced, I don't know, it's about $8, I guess, less than WTI, the West Texas Intermediate, but it's at 58.67, and we'll have to see what happens later on today with that. But hopefully, we'll start seeing that move again. But like you were talking earlier, weather coming and other things happening around the world, and Saudi Arabia, Trump just had him in the White House.
Well, and here's the thing: we're doing 1.2 million barrels
a day
here,
which is pretty impressive.
Well, but think about this. I mean, you know how supply and demand works, right? So we start slowing down because it's winter time. They're laying down a bunch of workovers. Basically, a bunch of companies are shutting their doors until the first of the year or after the first of the year. So if that 1.2 barrels gets cut in half, well, obviously the supply dries up a little bit, at least for the people who buy out of this area. Maybe it'll, drive the prices up a couple of bucks over the next 60 days.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever think about that?
Well, you make a point there. But here in North Dakota, as you well know, and a lot of our listeners know, the oil and gas and coal is just gigantic for this economy.
Yeah.
And there's something else. I met with a client today, and I just had a wonderful conversation with them. They're kind of in both worlds. They're in oil and gas and coal and residential, commercial, all kinds of things. And they try to, as well as a lot of other businesses, they try to forecast, hey, what are we going to do? How are we going to set this up? Are we going to go quarterly? Are we going to go half yearly?
Sure.
Or whatever the case may be. And it's very interesting to me. And I just love, I just love being the commercial TV rep guy because I get to see so many different businesses and how they try to function. And especially around the holidays, look at some of your retailers right now. They're spending a fortune.
Yeah. And
with good cause. They want to get the message out. They have this product, they have this available. And so I think even though, well, let me point this out. We had I think it was 119,000 added jobs, even though some of your big shots like Verizon are talking about laying off 15,000 and some of the other larger companies laying off thousands of people. So what's going to happen? How does the stock market play into this? Even though they're not directly connected to Main Street, in a roundabout way, I feel they are.
Well, yeah.
So, but we just talked about it yesterday. The other day, 2.5 unemployment rate for this area versus I think the national rate's now around 4.5, 4.6 or something.
Sure.
But they did have a few problems because the government shut down, so that those numbers weren't readily available. So we'll see what the feds are going to do. Are they going to cut rates again? Trump has said, I'm firing you if you don't cut rates.
Well, we'll see. I don't know if he can actually do that, but we'll see how that goes. And actually, what you're talking about will kind of lead into our next segment, because our next segment I was going to talk about was the jobs report for September. So we're going to, check that out. So if you have something, we have about.
Well, I was just going to say Hunter Biden is a little upset because a couple of his boats bringing his supply over got blown up by the Trump administration. So, and then I listened to the show the other day when I asked, hey, we know the price of coffee's gone up. They're trying to work on that. Tomatoes from Mexico, avocados from Mexico. But how's that cocaine pricing out on the street, folks? If you can let us into that.
Yeah.
Were you going to push a button?
I did. What
Your email is secret with us.
Yeah.
No matter what they do to us.
Okay. Yeah. No, there's.
Well, it's a fair question.
Well,
is an 8-ball still around? I don't know what the price is.
I don't know that. Now you're saying, yeah.
Boy, He's strict.
I don't know. I can't.
Maybe
I
our-
don't know how to answer that, Drew.
Okay, maybe somebody in our
White
audience
people
can send us that
legitimately
information.
suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess if anybody out there knows how much drugs cost,
Yeah.
apparently, Drew wants to know.
That's stupid.
Anyway. Okay. That was a strange.
We got a new toy. We just really having, we're really having fun with this.
Well, I'm just, it's how I feel about what you were just talking
Well,
about.
I better get back to some automotive news then.
Yeah, we're still shooting if you haven't.
Okay.
Okay. And I haven't even got to use my favorite one yet. I haven't. Well, there's two of them that I haven't got to use. But anyway.
I'm sure I'll give you Just Cause.
Oh, you probably will. You probably will. Anyway, we still have about a minute or so left. But I wanted to talk next segment about the September jobs report because it's a big deal. And it kind of says a lot about what is up and coming, over, the next 3 years, basically.
Well, I will tell you this. They got to get the economy rocking and rolling because midterms could be devastating. And then Trump will be a lame duck, basically.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we obviously don't want that to happen. But again, that's probably part of the reason why Trump went ahead and just said, go ahead and release the Epstein files, because he wants to talk about that type of stuff. He doesn't want to talk about all this nonsense because then everything, all the waters get muddied. So that's part of the reason why he did it, because midterms are coming, and that's what he definitely wants everybody talking about. Anyway, we got to take a break. When we come back, we will talk about jobs report and some other stuff. KTGO 1090, 92.7, The Flag. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Yeah, this system's a lot faster for downloading that type of stuff too.
Oh, good.
And if you think you're going to say something really stupid, or if you have to sneeze or something, hit that button right there.
Oh,
and there we go. Okay, you ready? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Jobs report for September. Let me pull it up here. Employers across the U.S. added 119,000 jobs in September, marking a pickup after previous employment data had shown a slowdown in hiring. The report marks the first official job tally since the government shutdown ended last week, ending a 6-week blackout in labor data. So that is great news. Economists have forecast payroll gains of 50,000 jobs in September, according to a poll by FactSet. The unemployment rate rose to 4.4 in September, up from 4.3 in August, and the highest level since October 21. With robust job growth in September, that suggests more people are re-entering the workforce to search for a job. Now, that's the important part. All of these people that were just kind of wheezing off the government the whole time that Biden was president, they figured out, well, I better get a job because they're not going to give me $2,000 on SNAP and $800 a month on TANF and Section 8 housing, so I'm paying $180 a month for rent. That stuff is going away. Yeah. So a bunch of people went and got jobs. But if that trend continues, that's going to be a great thing for America in general. I mean,
and isn't it amazing that Wall Street hicked up over that news? I was like, wait a second, that should be great news. That means people are they're on a different planet. than what we are. Wall Street is not Main Street, USA.
Well,
And the reason I bring that up is with President Trump saying, "Hey, pal, if you don't lower these interest rates, I'm going to fire you." And I know there's a question: can he actually do that?
right.
But what has ever stopped Trump?
Oh, true.
You know.
Yeah, he'll just do it and then let them sue him later.
Yeah, and then you got to go before the Supreme Court. And
Sure.
then whatever.
And then a year from now they'll say that it was illegal, and then it's too late because it's already happened. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
we
don't know
see
what
that a
to
lot.
think about Jerome Powell anyway. I don't know if he's really doing a great job, a bad job. I don't know. I kind of think he's kind of like milk toast. He's kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and I guess that's okay. But again, I think that lowering interest rates right now would be a big deal. I really do. I think it would help a lot because you've got the first of the year coming, 2026. If rates are a little bit lower, people coming out of their funk, they might just decide to spend some money and go into debt a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what obviously the economy needs.
Look at that real estate market. Now here it's a different story. Yeah, you put your house up for sale and 30 minutes later there's 12 people there.
Well, that's because there's only 9 houses for sale in the whole town.
Yeah, and 30,000 population. Folks, we got 9 houses for sale. Let's start. Yeah. But across the country, there's areas that are really suffering. And they said, I looked this up. Do you know what the average age of a homeowner is now? The first-time buyer, I should say it that way. First-time buyer is now 40 years of age.
Because see, that's what I told you not to do. 30-year-olds can't afford to buy a home. That's exactly why. That's our problem. And a lot of that has to do with the interest rates. That's exactly what I was talking about. So if they lower rates, you're going to see that average age get lower.
Well, I know, but here, and I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. If the medium price home is 350 to 400,000, they can lower it to 0%. The guy delivering pizzas and his wife working as a CNA, they can't buy that house anyway.
Well, no, that's true, but there are places in the country where you still can buy a home if the interest rate is low enough. And that's kind of the whole thing. But and also you're seeing those prices slowly starting to drop in the bigger cities, Seattle, Tacoma, San Francisco. You're seeing those prices come down. You're seeing the rent prices come down too because people are just leaving. Who can pay $4,000 a month for an apartment?
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, do you know what you can buy for $4,000 a month in this town? Certainly not a 2-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor.
Well, I don't know. I've seen some of these people with these $15,000, and I'm going to tell you, these $15,000 homes, because that's what they'd be before oil was hit.
Well, yeah,
the house would be $15,000, and you'd be begging somebody to buy it. They want $190,000, $250,000 for these homes.
Yeah.
Now, folks, even if you're not for oil, gas, and coal, even if you're not for agriculture, do you know what your odds are of selling that home if that all goes? What's the word I'm looking for? Down.
Yeah. No, you're never going to sell it.
You're on drug. Matter of fact, would you please let us know what an 8-ball costs nowadays? Because some of these homeowners.
Well,
aren't you going to hit a button?
I was, but
that's stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So honestly, here's the thing. It won't happen anytime soon, but you're right. People could be buying homes for $300,000. Oil crashes. They pack this place up, goes down to 20,000 people, and then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're going to owe $250,000 on a home that's worth $100,000.
You remember a few years ago, you couldn't even rent a U-Haul to get out.
Yeah,
and I remember this.
Remember.
It was 6 years ago. They would leave. This is why there's no used furniture stores in this area, because when it busts, the people get in their truck and drive back to Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, wherever, and they can't get a U-Haul, so they leave all their furniture. So you folks, you can get a furnished apartment here in Williston.
They'll not only leave their furniture, they'll leave their dog. They just
You
move.
saw that. You adopted one.
I have one.
I know you adopted one. Now we're showing the ugly side of the town.
It does happen.
It does happen, but you just got to prepare for it.
They're eating the dog.
I love that one.
See, I was waiting for that one.
Wasn't that in Ohio where they said they were eating the ducks?
Yeah. Anyway, no, that's a fact. They will just move and they'll leave everything. So when there's a bust, that happens, and it happens quick. It's like overnight. Nobody lives here anymore. Right. So I mean, what you're saying is entirely possible, which is, think about it, over the past 30 years, being upside down in a home just seems crazy.
Yeah.
Now, the only time that did happen in certain areas was in 2008, if you remember. People in the central California were walking away from $1 million homes that were now worth 400.
Yes.
But they paid $1 million for it. And it's just good. And these are people that could afford it, but they're like, I'm no longer gonna do it. I'll take the hit on my credit and I'll save $600,000 because they understand how business works. But
yeah, I don't know how much time we've got.
We've got about a minute and a half.
Okay. Well, my uncle retired in 2008, owned 19 restaurants. Okay. Worked his way through college at a feed store and all that, ended up owning 19 of these restaurants, said, I'm done. And he sold them all. And this was right before the big crash, sold them all. Then the crash happened, bought back then, a $2 million home in Las Vegas, because him and my aunt like to go to the shows and all that, for $600,000 cash.
Yeah. No, my niece had a home in Las Vegas that was bought not too long after that. Her husband bought a home, and I think he paid probably $550 for this home.
Yeah.
And even today, it's $1 million home. I mean, he made a ton of money.
Yeah. The swimming pool was $1.50.
Yeah.
I forget what they call it. It was just, it looks like glass at this home. Just amazing.
Yeah. No, and and a lot of people got lucky, but a lot of people got unlucky in that situation too. Yeah. And again, walked away from $1 million debt because it wasn't worth anything. So, yeah.
Well, Warren Buffett's sitting on the side with so much money, it'd choke enough $100 bills to choke a wet elephant.
Right. Okay, we have to take a break. When we come back, it will be the fourth segment, so we'll talk about whatever we want, just like we do on all the other segments. KTGO 1090, 92.7, The Flag. Hang tight.
Is he listening?
I don't know. Mike, buddy, we're on air. What's up?
Hey, what are you doing, buddy? We're just talking about you. That's why I call it.
Buddy, let me call you back. We're literally on air doing the radio show. All right. All right, Matt.
Okay, so we got to do our sponsors.
Yeah, I know.
Our big sponsor is My Pillow and More, just so you know.
Oh.
So feel free to. And then I want to talk about a good business. We do that once in a while. A business that impressed me. Matter of fact, there's two. How much time is our last segment? 15?
What?
Is it 15 minutes, our last segment?
We don't have any 15-minute segments.
Well, we need to get one.
Oh, our last segment is 9.5 minutes.
No wonder I keep talking over.
Yeah. Our longest segment's 10. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, our last segment. I see you've got a Zig Ziglar. We'll go ahead and do the Zig Ziglar.
Oh, I love Zig.
Then we'll talk about sponsors.
Okay, how about this one? A sincere compliment is one of the most effective tools to teach and motivate others. Thank you, Zig.
Okay.
What?
All righty. A sincere compliment.
Why people legitimately suck.
There.
What are you?
Anyway,
Don't make fun of my Zig, or
Hey.
I'll go into the Dirk Diggler deal.
no, don't do that. Cartoons Williston, get your auto start going. You're gonna need it. You're gonna love it. I use my auto start every day now. I mean, I have for a few weeks. It's just nice to get into a warm car that's already defrosted. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Well, I got that for my wife last year because she got tired of going out and starting my truck up out in the driveway.
Yeah,
at 40
yeah.
below.
Oh,
Aren't you going to
okay.
push the button? I'm giving you all of them today to put. You can push.
I don't even know who this woman is.
There we go.
Hey, where are the white women at?
All right. Anyway, get your auto start at Cartoons. Mondak Hardware. Drive up there. It's just up on 85, just west of Loves. It's not very far, and you are going to be glad you did because you're going to save a bunch of time. A bunch of time. You're going to walk in there, and they're going to help you find what you need, and you're going to get on out of there. Unless you strike up a conversation with people that work there, like I do every time I go. But it's better than wandering around aimlessly in a big box store. I got to tell you.
You know, I was driving out there, and a African-American officer, black officer, pulled me over.
Okay.
He said, "Did you see that red light?" I said, "No, sir. I don't see color."
White people legitimately suck.
Okay.
I love getting you to push those buttons.
All right. So Mondak Hardware and Legends Off-Road, they do just pretty much anything you want. They'll put a windshield in. They'll put a lift on your truck. They will wrap your vehicle if you have a company. They'll just give you a really nice detail and make your car look brand new. So Legends Off-Road. And then, of course, My Pillow and More. And what?
I want you to do it.
I'm doing it. Why are you pointing at me? That's weird.
Are you going to push some kind of button?
That's stupid.
Okay.
I love this new system.
He's strict.
Yeah. You're pointing at me. Yeah. My Pillow and More, 910 42nd Street West, just up from Walmart. And I'm telling you, I'm hoping by this weekend, you'll have the new POS system in place so you can actually sell all of those beautiful mattresses that you have. Some amazing stuff. I was actually really impressed with the quality of some of the stuff that came in because, as you know, I was in the mattress business, so I kind of know what I'm looking at.
Yes.
And yeah, really good stuff. So I was super excited. All the way down to the cooling pillows. All kinds of stuff. Just amazing. You just got to come and check it out. Swing in. Everybody knows where it is. It's just, right in the same parking lot as Little Caesars and the post office. So swing on in and check it out. Somebody's here every day except for Sundays. So definitely look at that. There you go. Did you have anything to add, Drew? Without, by the way,
No.
we actually we have gotten complaints because we spend too much time on My Pillow and More.
We've gotten complaints.
Yes. They're like, okay, we get it. My Pillow and More. Now move on with the show.
Well, listen, we don't have the budget of the big mattress stores. They spend 30, 40, 50 grand a month. And then how about the guy that's selling them out of the back of his truck? There's a lot of competition out there.
Yeah, there is.
Man.
Anyway.
What? You look.
Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna. Hey, this I'm excited about, man. They are so close to being done. Have you noticed that? By the way,
know.
We have an ex-employee out there.
Yes.
Did you see him?
Yes, I love it. Hardest working guy we ever had.
No, absolutely love that guy. I honk and wave at him all the time. And good guy. He's from Ghana, Africa.
Yeah.
So really good guy. Love that guy. But anyway, he's out there every day working hard. But they are getting so close to done. And they were actually shooting seed. They were shooting seed today in the ditch, to
Really?
progress.
You sure it's not fake?
Yeah, they got to shoot it sometime. They got to shoot it before it freezes, and then it'll lay under there, and then in the spring it'll come up.
Oh,
okay. That's kind of how that works.
Okay.
I saw.
Well,
Either that or they were shooting
Listen,
mulch.
I never knew a lot about horticulture, but I dated a gal that did.
Oh,
Are you going to push the button now?
yeah.
That was a perfect for the push the button. Would you please push the button?
Hey, where are the white women at?
Okay.
I love this.
Yeah.
I don't even know who this woman is.
It's like a kid with a new BB gun.
Yeah, except for we're not shooting birds.
Oh, that's
Anyway, all right. So that excites me because that was a mess for long enough, and you have to go all the way around to the other side of town if you don't want to deal with it. But it's so close to being done. They're painting lines. They're they're still pouring, but they're putting everything together. It's just patchwork now, getting this intersection to go with this intersection. So it's darn close. And then, of course, I know they're going to finish the final touches in the spring, but at least you're going to be able to drive on it, and it's going to function the way it's supposed to function. Everything that they're going to be doing in the spring is probably going to be cosmetic.
And did you see, Leo, the sign shop
Yep.
there, he's been fighting this for quite a while, but he loaded up the trucks, got out here to the My Pillow store, got the signs up.
Yep.
And listen, we're very thankful. He does a great job. Folks, if you need embroidery, if you need signs, if you need to go see this guy. He is a hard charger and a former Marine, Semper Fi. So, you know what? We try to support our vets in the area. But can I say this?
Well, I will say this. Leo is a great guy, and absolutely you should call him if you want your sign done because he's great at what he does. Just do not mention politics.
He's a staunch Democrat, and that's okay.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say he's very passionate about politics. So don't mention. Doesn't matter. Even if you're on the same side of the of the spectrum that he is, don't bring up politics because him
and I have some interesting conversations.
It will turn ugly.
We have some but we still remain friends. That's what the rest of the country needs.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a hard worker. He served our country. God bless him. And I love the guy. So that being said, this putting this signage up and fighting, and listen, he has a lot bigger clients than that, and he's still working on it.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's a hardworking American guy, and I respect him for that.
Yeah. No, he's a nice guy. I mean, I've always liked him. I met him when I first got here. I bet you I met him in the first 2 weeks. Yeah. Probably that I got here.
Well, let me tell you what kind of guy he is. He had an employee that was down on his luck. The wife had divorced it. The wife left this guy, left him with the 2-year-old child. And, and this is why I have a lot of respect for the mothers that are single out there too. They're trying to work a job. They're trying to raise their kids. It's a tough deal. Well, Leo called me. He said, Drew, I need a car for one of my employees. Yeah. I don't want to spend more than $5,000. You know what?
I remember that.
And and that said a lot to me.
Sure. Absolutely.
So here we go, folks. Whether you're Democrat, whether you're Republican, whether you're independent. Now, I'm not too hip on the communist deal.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah. Imagine that. But listen, everybody has their own story, and everybody works hard out here. And thank you to all the folks who's going to come out. Who's going to come out? Guess what? At the Walmart parking lot for the first responders food and toy drive.
I can't believe you actually said that out loud. Like I'm not too hip
on the communist.
That's pretty funny. Anyway,
okay. Did you hit a button? I gave you another one.
I know, but you were Anyway.
Okay, you could have hit the button.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. It is time to go. KTGO 1090 92.7 The Flag. We will talk again tomorrow.